Hello, my narcissistic abused family. Today I'm talking about a topic that I think a lot of us wrestle with. I've wrestled with it for a hot minute, but I'm over it and I'm in a great place, so let's talk about it. The issue is when we decide to stick up for ourselves, we set boundaries, we go no contact or something in that direction that would stop this narcissist from constantly attacking us and making us on the defense all the time. When we, or like I said, I've gone no contact, so when you initiate something of that nature, the narcissist is going to self-destruct, essentially. They're going to implode because they are so miserable, they cannot stand not getting their way. And ultimately, at the end of the day, these people reap what they sow. So, it's not going to end well for them. The issue is a lot of us struggle with it. I don't struggle with it anymore, like I said, because I'm in a great place. But, a lot of you have reached out to me and we have discussed this topic. So I just wanted to put it out there for everyone. We are genuinely good-natured, kind people. That is what drew the narcissist to target us in the first place. So they're going to exploit that for their own benefit, as they do with all things in life. They're going to try to take advantage of our kindness to the fullest extent that they possibly can. They're going to try to guilt and shame us until, that buck runs out. So when we get to a good place and we're finally defending ourselves, a lot of people feel guilt. They almost feel bad for kind of taking joy in the narcissist's demise. I'm there. My husband and I say it all the time. It's like, these people are so miserable. Undoubtedly, the narcissist, because I was the primary supply for my narcissistic mother, she has undoubtedly turned on the henchman and is targeting him because narcissists often get bored. They need to orchestrate some type of drama or chaos in order to feel to substantiate themselves in lives. Remember, they are completely devoid of all things genuine and authentic, meaningful connections and relationships. So the way that they feel validated or seen in this world is through causing problems. So they can't just sit idle. They have to cause some kind of drama or chaos or misery. Misery loves company. They need to spread it around as best they possibly can. So the next target in line would be the enabler in, my situation with my narcissistic mother, as I've said. So since I have removed myself from the equation, happily, I am flipping thrilled about it. My only regret is not doing it sooner. So, Joe and I often speculate what the climate is in that household. Undoubtedly, it's got to be awful. Awful. My husband is awesome. Our children are awesome. They're beautiful. They're fun. And I've said this before. We were always the source of entertainment. We're the ones that were always entertaining, that hosted parties, things like that. My husband's the one, always cooking and for holidays and things like that. And the narc would just swoop over here and act all entitled and condescending, because that's what narcissistic parents do. They love to treat their children as subservient in some way, like we are indebted to them for, existing, even though they did the bare minimum as parents in our lives. But, anything they do that is not completely self-absorbed, they view it as like the ultimate sacrifice. So the fact that they even birthed us is just astronomically, that was a huge undertaking on their part. So anyway, so Joe and I were always a source of entertainment. We were always having, our friends over and hosting special occasions, parties, things of that nature. So the narcissist has to be bored to tears. And I am, I'm a highly sensitive person. So she was always, getting to me like poking the fire, like getting me all like upset about things and just eliciting reactions from me left and right. Every time I spoke to her, every time I dealt with her, it was some type of drama. So undoubtedly, they have to be miserable. That's what narcissists are. They're miserable. They might find like some fleeting entertainment in upsetting others around them, the ones that they have access to. They might get like a momentary high from that, but it does not last, because anything meaningful, as we well know in life, is, authentic, genuine, deep-seated relationships, love, things of that nature. So narcissists live in the superficial world. They're just trying to orchestrate drama and upset people and drag people down into their pit of misery. And when we remove ourselves as their primary source of supply, undoubtedly they implode, they self-destruct. As I said, it's like they don't know what to do with themselves. I said this in my interview with Paxton, Narc Abuse TV, if you saw that. My husband, Joe, had a great analogy. He said narcissists are like sharks. They're constantly like on the prowl. They can't stay still for a moment. So they constantly have to be doing something, getting some type of attention for themselves. So she's undoubtedly turning against the enabler, who has like pledged his unflinching loyalty to her for his whole life, like regardless of how awful and wrong she is. He has turned against his own children to serve this woman, the narcissist, my mother, again, as I said. So now she's turning on him, no doubt. They're probably completely miserable, fighting, like who knows, like if they even deal with each other. Like I recently read this, that narcissists get married and have children. They do these milestone things because first of all, they want to blend into society. They want to act like, oh, I'm one of you, they want to be accepted because of that profound inadequacy. It sounds weird, but inadequacy and inferiority complex that they have. They just want to be accepted at the root of everything. And then, of course, they have to take it to the next level with their grandiosity, like I'm better than everyone, because they cannot face their ultimate issues. So narcissists are never happy, and they are going to, the bottom's going to drop out at some point. People can only take so much for so long till they wise up to it, like us doing the work, to extricate ourselves from this dysfunction, to break the toxic cycle. But not even just us, like surrounding like cohorts, or, they don't have friends, they have cohorts, they have supporters, enablers, people that they can use and abuse that will turn a blind eye to their malice, and that will allow the narcissist to just carry on like the immature, barren person that they are. So at some point, everybody's just going to get fed up with it and distance themselves from the narcissist. I'm witnessing this, I have to be honest, from numerous perspectives, and I do take a sick joy in it. I have to admit that. And it's like we beat ourselves up over this because narcissists are super sadistic. They're the Schadenfreude, like I have discussed before. Schadenfreude is when someone takes pleasure in someone else's misfortune. And that is narcissists completely. They're always like, they just want to see other people fail. They want to see other people not doing well. And it's like, we're like, oh my gosh, that's me? No, that is not us. It couldn't be farther from our nature. We are genuinely good-hearted people, but we are human. And you can only take so dang much. And it's like, we are not vindictive. We are not vengeful. This is not any type of revenge on our part. This is just us removing ourselves from the abuse, removing ourselves from the line of fire, from the equation. And the narcissists are going to reap what they have sown, as I said. It's just their own doing. And I know a lot of people struggle with this as well. Going no contact or setting boundaries, or we did not do this. We did not orchestrate this. We wanted desperately to have relationships with these failures for parents that we were given. We wanted so much to have a mother or father or both. We wanted to have a great family. We wanted to have substantial relationships and communication, all of those things. And the narcissists are the ones that prevented that from happening. Everything has to be on their terms all the time. So they deserve each other. This is my perspective. I see it as they deserve each other. Let them have each other. Like the golden boy that they groomed to be a flying monkey that was constantly like spying on me and telling on me or whatever. Their little, field mouse. Along with the henchmen, like I said, okay, they can all have each other. They're all miserable. They do not communicate. They don't have authentic connections or relationships. So be it, man. We did not do this. I can't say that enough. So if you're taking some type of joy in the resulting fallout, it's not your doing. You didn't do anything vindictively or vengefully. It's just the nature of what the narcissist has created for themselves in life. If they're miserable, that's their own doing. They if they wanted to have a better life, they should have treated people better, right? So the very basics, like the golden rule, come on, like I know you live that way. You conduct yourself that way. You treat others how you want to be treated. It's not what the narcissist does. All the narcissist can even think of is themselves 24/7, all the time, all day, every day. So they treated people poorly. They used and abused people all along the road to where they end up. And they end up miserable, empty, alone, as they well should. I don't wish badly. I don't wish bad on anyone. My dog is distracting me. I'm sure you can hear him. I don't wish bad on anyone. I really don't. But if bad falls upon the narcissist, so it is, man. I do believe that they are their own worst punishments in life, because think about how miserable and unhappy they need to be in order to orchestrate the kind of malice, resentment that they do on a daily basis to people around them that are just trying to love them. How awful is that? What kind of an existence is that? So we don't need to do anything in terms of revenge or, seeking some type of payback. Narcissists are their own punishments in life. And if we take some type of, it's like poetic justice. That's another thing I say. Poetic justice, it just works itself out through no doing of our own. We're not the ones that orchestrated this. And right from the beginning, narcissists are the ones that set the tone for this entire dynamic. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. You're not superhuman. We are not Jesus. I know that is the ultimate goal, right? Is to love everyone and everything. And forgiveness is an entirely separate issue. You can forgive these people or not forgive them, but taking a small amount or a large amount of joy in their misery, totally okay. Totally okay. You're not initiating it. You're not feeding into it. You're just removing yourself. You're protecting yourself from their abuse. So there's nothing malicious about that. So I hope this kind of sets some of your unease at rest. We're human. You're not alone. We all kind of take a type of, I'm trying to word it well, but I don't know, you guys. It's like human nature. You're going to kind of relish in the demise of the narcissist. It's their own all through their own doing. We wanted nothing more than to help these people we gave them 1,000,001 chances to do better, to have meaningful relationships with us, and they didn't. They chose to go their own route, and that's how it worked out for them. Not our fault. So I love you guys. Please like this if you like it. Share it if it would benefit anyone you think of. Please subscribe. That would be super awesome if you haven't done so already. I love you all. We are in this together. We're bummed, we're bruised, but above everything else, we are blessed because we are extricating ourselves from this toxicity and condescension. Check out my merch in the links below and also on Amazon if you haven't done that. I love you all, and I'll be back soon.